In this video, we're going to learn how to rename our files after importing. Because we used the add method of importing, right? We transferred our files to where they should be first, then we used Lightroom to import them to its catalog. The add method does not give us the opportunity to rename files when we import. I prefer it. We're going to use that method, but that is one drawback. We have to rename our files afterwards. Right now, the files are simply named underscore MG2424 or something like that. And it's not very useful to us for organizational purposes. So to rename files, once we have things in the Lightroom, the first thing is we're going to be in the grid view. You see that we're in the grid view right here. Grid view would be the G key. The E key would take us to loop view or a single image view. I'm going to be in the grid view. I'm now going to select all of the images by hitting Command A on my Mac keyboard. If you're Windows, it would be Control A. Or you could go up to the Edit menu and select all. Same thing. So now they're all highlighted. All the images are highlighted. There's a lot of things that you can do to multiple images as long as you're in the grid view and they're all selected. And one of those things is renaming. So I'm going to go to the library menu now and down to rename photos. You'll notice that it says photos plural. If you only have one image, or if you are in the loop view, single image view, then it will only say rename photo singular. When I hit rename photos, I can do a number of different types of naming. I think by default it just says custom name. I'm going to choose from this file naming thing, custom name and sequence. Then in custom name area, and I've already done this, I can type in my naming convention. For us, this is going to be last name followed by underscore and the course number. I'm doing P3. I'm thinking about my photographic practice 3 course, but you would put whatever course number you are doing this for. And then the assignment number. I'm going to put assign 01. So all of my files are going to be named that and then followed by a sequence number, -1, -2, -3. And I can go ahead and click OK and it would do that. But I want to show you a few little wrinkles. If you already had a number of images in this folder that have been renamed and you want to pick up the sequence number from wherever you left off, you can always type in that sequence, that new sequence number right here in the start number. So if I already had 12 images, I could start this now at 13. I don't, I'm going to hit it 1. The other thing is you can customize your naming convention here any number of ways. So from custom name and sequence, I'm going to go to edit and I'm going to add or change a couple things. I'm still going to have custom text followed by a hyphen and then a sequence number, but in this case I'm going to switch it to a 3-digit sequence number. This way I may have more than 10 images, I might have more than 100 images. This is not going to start at 1, but it's going to start at 001, then 002, and so forth. And that's helpful sometimes to keep things in an alphabetical and chronological or alphanumerical sequence. But there's all kinds of different ways that you can customize your naming conventions. You can even type in additional words into here that will be added to every file type. So instead of custom text, I could actually just type in my last name, but I'm going to do it this way, and then here is my custom text right there. So every file is going to be last name underscore P3 underscore assignment 1 and then the sequence number. I'm now going to click OK, and within seconds, it doesn't take very long, all of my files have now been renamed to the proper naming convention. If I deselect and go to simply one image, you'll see down here at the bottom there is the name for it. If I tap my I key on my keyboard, the info will also show me right here that that is the name of the image file. So now that image is named. All of those images are named. I could go on to my other folder. You'll see in my folders area, assignment 2. If I go into assignment 2, go back to the grid, I'm going to do the same thing here again. I'm going to select all. I can do edit select all or command A. Again, if you're Windows, that would be control A. All the files are highlighted, all the images are highlighted. I'm going to go to the library menu, rename photos, and I don't have to change this over again. It's already in my custom settings. I'm going to simply change the custom text to have the same naming convention but end with assignment 02. instead of 0, 1. I hit OK, and all of those images are renamed pretty much instantly. So just to recap our kind of three processes here, first is to transfer the images onto your hard drive through either the Finder or Adobe Bridge. Second would be to use Lightroom's import function and the add version of that function to bring your images into Lightroom or to add them to the catalog. And the third thing is to rename all of your files as I've just done. The next video will talk about how to move files if they're not in the right location and how to relocate files if you did that incorrectly.